From the studios of Staten Island Community Television, you're watching In the Bleachers, the TV show for the world's most passionate sports fans. Hello, everyone. I'm Jaime Hixson. And the court jester over here is Hector Bosa.
Oh, Jaime, stop that.
You're
Thank
an
you.
idiot.
The hardest, baddest, sexiest man on cable access TV. I'm kneeling because I'm protesting of all the injustices that are happening in the world today. I'm actually putting a knee down. So for those people that don't like it, go take it and fly a kite. So now I'm going to sit, and now Jaime, we have a lot of things to discuss because
we do have a lot of things to discuss, like how people can check this show out right now, either on Fios Channel 37 or Spectrum's Channel 1997. You can also catch the rerun of the show on our Facebook page and also through YouTube and Twitter. And if you want, if you have a show idea or if you have a story that you want to tell, let us know about it. So you can contact us through those avenues or even through Snapchat and Instagram.
Or if you want us to play someone, we're good enough to play anybody, even 13-year-olds, because I'm sure we can beat them. But anyway, there's a lot of, I haven't seen so much basketball stuff, especially when it comes to the draft. The draft has been amazing.
Well, it's coming up this Thursday night.
So, and people are going nuts with Kawhi Leonard.
There's a lot of trade rumors involving Kawhi Leonard now because he already made it loud and clear he wants out of San Antonio. The question is, where is he going to go?
I mean, he wants to go to the Knicks. The Knicks almost had him. The Lakers may get him, but how can you take a chance on him since he's injured prone and he's injured. That injury is not.
That quad injury that he had last year, I'm not too sure I'm buying this whole thing. I mean, usually guys take a few weeks to come back from a quad injury. He missed 73 games.
Look, I look at it like this. When it comes to the Knicks, right? Now, don't get huffy. But when it comes to the Knicks, I've heard Isaiah Thomas going to the Knicks, Kawhi Leonard going to the Knicks. LeBron is the longest shot that you can shoot. Like it's like hitting a 400-foot home run if they ever get him. And should they get him? That's the thing. I mean, let me ask you.
If they had some guts and aggression, they should go after him.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you this, and here's the reason why. Okay? There is no sound. Why isn't there any sound? Okay. Let me ask you this. Now, should they get LeBron?
Yes.
If they're trying to go.
There's no question about it.
Wait
They
a
should,
minute.
if they had any kind of aggression or sense or guts, they would try to at least invite the guy over for an interview.
But they're trying to get young. That's the
I don't
point.
know what this franchise is trying to do.
I
don't know what this franchise even wants to be.
The franchise.
Do they want to be a veteran team that's going to try and rely on guys who've been through some of the wars before?
No.
Or do they want to be a team that wants to build with much younger players?
They do.
I cannot get
How could you not see
this.
it? How could you not see it?
Because every single philosophy that they have tried has failed miserably. That's why.
And this is the first time in a long time that they've tried to get young. But again, I ask you.
I want to see how young that they really want to be.
Now, let me ask you.
I mean, building with just building with two guys is not the answer.
Again, the majority of the players that they have on the team, except for Courtney Lee and Lance Thomas, except for those two guys and probably one or two more people, they're over 30. The rest of the team is between 25 and 19 years old. So, that being said, the draft choice that they come up with And I've heard so many. Lionel Walker.
Who the hell's Lionel Walker?
Malik Bridges. Porter.
That's
Young.
First of all, it's Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, Mikal.
From Villanova. And
Right.
then there's Miles Bridges from Michigan State. I don't know where you're getting this Lionel Walker from.
Yeah, no,
There's no such person as Lionel
there is.
Walker.
Yes,
I've
there
never
is.
heard of such a person as Lionel Walker.
I was just reading it today. Lionel Walker.
There is no such person as Lionel Walker. I don't know where you're getting this name from.
Okay, I'll bet you I can find it because I found. Put it this way: they're looking at so many people right now that at least they're trying to go young. So if you try to get, let's say, Isaiah Thomas.
If you mean the veteran point guard Isaiah Thomas,
would he be a good fit for the team at 5'9" that doesn't play that much defense?
let's see him get healthy first of all.
Okay, then if you decide to wait until 2019, then you get, let's say by some miracle, Kyrie Irving. Okay, now.
That's another guy with a questionable medical history.
So do you wind up getting? I mean, the Knicks at least are starting to have a good bench team. The Knicks are actually starting to have a good bench of coaches. Very good coaches coming off. You got to admit that much. Now, I think they're going young. And that's why I say if they decide to get LeBron James, because one of the writers here was saying, give up on LeBron, don't even get him.
Because he's not interested.
No.
He
even
wasn't
if they
interested
were,
twice, and he's
But
not
you
going to be
see,
interested this time.
even
What
if-
makes anybody think that he has
No, but
even this much of an interest in wanting to make a way to the East Coast? The guy wants to win a championship.
But
what's all this stuff about him chasing championships?
But
The guy's won 3 rings. You don't think he's interested in winning a 4th title now?
Well, I mean,
seriously.
I look at it like this, okay? And that is, let's say, I've always told you this before, and I'll tell you this again, and that is, if you have LeBron James, let's say, for the sake of argument's sake, let's say he decides to go on to New York Knicks. Let's say, even though it's a long shot, and I doubt it very much as well. I agree with you. Don't you think players want to play with LeBron? And don't you think that if he does go to the Knicks, he's going to command and go, if you want me, you're going to have to get players to play just as good around me. And that's what
Other players wanting to work with him is not the problem. There are plenty of stars that want to work with the guy.
But that's my point. And that's what I'm getting at. Let's say you get LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard. Let's say you get them two. And
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard. And then let's say Isaiah Thomas. And then Irving for 2019. And you got Porzingis and you got Bridges. That's a hell of a team. But it's
okay.
That's
after LeBron,
no.
It's just okay.
With Leonard and Isaiah Thomas,
they've got a superstar, a defensive stopper, a guy with a mangled knee, a point guard who's bounced around from one team to another for a reason, and an unproven rookie. That's way too much to ask of LeBron to try and take them to the next level. Way too much.
Again, but these are proven players. Kawhi Leonard is a proven player. Isaiah Thomas is a proven player. That's if they come back injured free.
If Isaiah Thomas is such a proven player, why has he gone from one team to another?
Because he has been injured.
That's not the only. That's not the sole reason. That's not the sole reason. There's got to be other reasons why Isaiah Thomas has gone from Phoenix to Sacramento to Cleveland to Boston and so many other different places.
The big trade was Isaiah Thomas for Kyrie Irving. That was the big trade. That was a big trade for the Boston Celtics. But this is what I'm getting at.
And now we're wondering whether anybody is going to benefit from this deal, because not only did Isaiah Thomas get traded to the Lakers, Kyrie Irving is going into his walk year. Can you believe the Celtics are actually afraid that he might jump to the Knicks? When was the last time the Celtics were ever afraid of anything that the Knicks did?
Well, what happens if they do get him? Well, so what? That's one player. All right, maybe there'll be other
that is
players.
just one player.
That maybe that'll be one player. It all depends how the Knicks and Trae Young. The one thing I don't get is that they want to get guards. To me, guards are a dime a dozen.
Guards are also running the game right now.
Right now, but
guards are also running the game, and plays are being run through guard play.
But I would still get, as a defensive guy, one of the Bridges boys. Do you take a chance on Porter?
I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Michael Porter Jr. is the single biggest medical liability that's in the draft right now. He played 3 games at Missouri this year. You cannot bankroll your future on a guy who's played 3 college games. That's Lonnie Walker.
Okay, I'm reading
this.
this.
For crying out loud, get a clue.
I'll bet at least I said Walker, right? Anyway, like I said.
You couldn't even tell Lonnie Walker from Kenny Walker, man.
Kenny Scott Walker was good, baby. That's right. Who's on the phone right now?
Well, speaking of basketball,
maybe he can you educate this man, please?
No, I don't need no educating.
He has no education.
Speaking of basketball, we're really happy to have someone who was a great guest on the phone a few weeks ago. It's Scott Alecksen, who runs the Alxn Basketball Association, the ABA, if you will. And he's joining us on the phone from Pennsylvania right now. Can you hear us, Scott?
Hector!
That's right, baby. That's right. You know why? Because I'm the man with the plan, and I'm the face that runs the place. That's right. People hate me. That's right.
Yeah,
I'm the hardest, baddest, sexiest man on cable access TV. Don't you forget it. But anyway, how's your organization running? Yes. Praise me. That's right. Praise me. That's right. Praise me. But let me ask you, how long has it been running, and how long do you think it's going to stay running? Your program.
Gentlemen, we're entering our 4th and final week, the big 5th week. We had to cut down the attendance levels. We're at a level this year we had to cut back a little bit. And this week is the final week before AllStar Weekend and the playoffs begin.
What do you do in AllStar Week?
June 29th will be AllStar Friday night. The Rising Stars, the girls, and the Slam Dunk and 3-point championship will be in the air.
Well, you said one thing right. And how old are these girls for me?
Hector.
Hopefully they're over 18. Hopefully they're over 18. That's all I got to say.
We will have a separate clientele for Hector Bosa.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
The girls in this game will be young and talented.
That's right.
The girls in Hector Bosa's bed and breakfast at Penny's will be the Cuban Twerkettes. That's right. The Cuban dance team will welcome you at the airport, Hector Bosa, if you do
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're doing that for me and not for Jaime Hixson. But you know what? I have to tell you something. You know, I'm glad that you're going to put us up in a bed and breakfast soon. And also, again, there's going to be a 3-point shooting contest. There's going to be a slam contest. Who are going to be the judges for this program?
Well, right now, we have if you go to @ABA-Hoops on the Twitter, we have a special nominee category, and Snoop Dogg has been nominated as well as nobody. He's the only nominee so far.
You know what?
Rap Lover from Money Earning Mount Vernon and Pittsburgh's own Jay Sands did get honorable mention, but we do not have any particular judge's set at this time. That's what's exciting about our
Well,
league.
here's the thing. If I could make it, I will gladly judge it. I, the man himself, will go over there and judge it for you. Because I
Judge
know.
it is nominated, Hector.
Okay.
You must get a nomination.
Okay, I nominate me 12 times or 100 times. How's that?
Oh,
That's right. Get it right,
the
baby.
Slam dunk
No,
judges category. Yes, you are more than welcome. You
Yes.
as well as Jaime Hixson.
Oh no! Oh dear God, no! You don't really want.
No.
Do you really want that?
One, they have to. How can this show operate one without the other? It can't.
That's right. My left foot can't operate without my right foot, so my left foot's got to come along.
It's like Guru and Premier.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that would be good judging the thing, because I used to play a lot of basketball in my day. Still do once in a while. And I used to be able to dunk, believe it or not. And yes, the basketball juices will flow, but I still challenge myself one-on-one with anybody that you pick, even from the girls category, or it'll be 2-on-1, because Jaime, I have a handicap with Jaime.
Oh, brother.
So
You don't got nothing
So-
nice to
Hector,
say
I
about
have
anybody,
the perfect matchup for you.
who's the
Hector.
perfect matchup for me?
Do you guys remember on Commodore 64, Dr. J versus Larry Bird?
I remember.
Yes.
Well, what we will bring to you tonight,
Yes.
it's his birthday. His name is Tony the Glide Houghton, and he will play Hector Bosa live on the EA Sports Throwdown and Sundown, and we got him on the speakerphone. It's his birthday. Wish him a happy 34th.
Happy
Hector.
birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, Tony.
You know my birthday's tomorrow too, so don't worry about it. But you know what? Happy birthday, brother. I hope you enjoy yourself, and I hope you're knocking boots tonight. That's all I'm going to say. Because, you got to go out with a bang, brother. Go out, have some fun, and then go home and knock some boots and go out with style and profile.
That nigga like a shuffle, man.
That's right. Do it like a pimp. That's all I'm going to say about that. But you know what? How did you get started in basketball, and what made you so good?
Well, I started playing basketball in the middle school, and then went to high school and went to college, man. I got a lot better at every level, and I actually got better definitely in college. Played 4 years of basketball at Penn State Beaver, and had a great time. Top of point scorer, All-American, champion. Did a lot of stuff. It was fun.
So you were an All-American player.
Yes, I was. Freshman year, 2009. I played at Penn State Beaver in Monaca. I played there. Had a great 4-year career. 1,000 points. PUAC championship. Like I said, it was a great experience. And Marcus Williams gave me he wanted to let me play there, and he was a coach, and he was an amazing dude for New Brighton.
And who decides who picks to be an All-American player? Who judges that?
The PSUSC. They decide. They have board members and everything else, and they just tell you like how many points you score or assists, how many minutes you play. It goes a lot by physics, whatever. So, it's like I said, it's a whole coach decision for each coach on all the Penn State teams. So yeah.
What has kept you in the game for so long?
Women. I can tell you, women, right?
No, not women. I'm married. Yeah, man.
Like I said, a woman. A woman. It still matters. It was women.
Women.
That's it. Well, one woman, two women, don't matter. You still got one. Hell.
Right. Yeah, for real. Definitely my wife really kept me motivated and everything else. She's definitely my backbone. And plus, I have a little brother I'm trying to keep up with. His name is, his name is Ghost. And Marcus Smith, he's on my team. He's on the same team we are. So that boy can shoot lights out. That boy got dribbles like Kyrie. I mean, he does it all, man. He's the best in the league, no matter what. I don't care what anybody say. That man's amazing. And Joe will vouch for me, man. He's amazing.
I got you.
I'd like to know, how many people have you known that have made it to the so-called G League now, because before it was the D League, but how many people have you known that has made it to the G League now and to the NBA?
For the NBA, I know Dewan Blair. That's definitely a big one right there. And then like the G League, you had DJ Kennedy too in the NBA and the G League. And a lot of people should be there, but they don't make it. One of the players went to the NBA Summer League. He's the best super in Pittsburgh, in my opinion. His name is Lamar Castle. They call him Black Mar. He's one of the best hoopers you'll ever see in life. He wants CCBC. Yeah, he was unreal. But answer the question then.
Oh, cool.
I remember the name DeJuan Blair very well. He played for the University of Pittsburgh, then played for the Spurs, and I think he played for the Mavericks too.
Yeah, he had a short-lived at the Mavericks for sure. But for the Spurs, I mean, if he didn't leave that year, he would have got a championship. But it happens.
Now,
he was a monster.
I have a question for you. I have two. It's a two-parter. If you were the commissioner of the NBA, how would you fix one or two rules? What would be the one or two rules that you would fix in the NBA? And also, since basketball is a non-contact sport, why does it seem like they're wrestling?
Man, I think the number one rule I would definitely take out is I would say I don't like that. I don't like that hack the check. I don't like that. I don't like that hack a player that can't make foul shots. I think that's cheating. And also when you get fouled 3-point play and they do take it hard, you know what I mean? But the other thing is they need to wear helmets or something because it's real.
Yeah, right.
And
for real.
And how would you fix? Now I got one last question for you. How would you fix Jaime's greatest team, the New York Knicks?
They're not my greatest team.
How would you fix them? Because he doesn't want to listen on what direction. So maybe you can educate the boy. So please educate me on how you would fix the Knicks.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, man. The Knicks, you need help for sure. I'm a Laker fan, and we need help. So I'm hoping to God we get Lakers and Kawhi. But if y'all manage to get somebody like the LeBron or Kawhi Leonard on the Knicks, that'd be sick. But y'all need some veterans, man. Them young dudes is cool and all, but y'all need some leadership. The leadership is terrible, and what held you back for real is Carmelo Anthony. Being honest, man. Paying that boy all that money, man, and that's just too much.
Now,
I'm sorry.
Do you? Okay. No, because I was going to say, do you think, like even in your league, right? Even in your league that you're in, if you want to start a basketball team and you want to do it right, and you want to, let's say, start off with young players and let them grow together as a team, and it takes to play as a team, if you get the right players, and they're between 19 and let's say 28, and you're trying to build and for at least 3 or 4 years and let them play, and then you get that one or two great player that you need. Is that the way to build a team?
I think yes, because for example, like this is our second year of this league. I like the league. It's definitely fun. You know what I mean? I wish it would be inside. You know what I mean? It'd be better. But, it is what it is. But I really think having young young talent, and then you mix it in with the veteran, it definitely works out. Because, like I said, we have some kids on our team, high school level, and they bring it, man. I mean, they bring it when their number's called, they bring it, and they have no complaints. They don't, you know what I mean? They just play the game. Sometimes they don't play, and sometimes they do. But guess what? They're young, but they know, you know, when it's my turn, I'm gonna give it all, 110%. You know what I mean? So I think you should definitely have some young players.
How would you best describe your overall game? And also, is it fun playing in a league such as this?
Playing in that league, it's fun. It's very competitive because you're playing against the best basically. There definitely be better, more. There definitely could be better players in the league, but this year for sure, it's very challenging. A lot of teams stacked, and it's definitely challenging. But you just gotta keep on going. My motto is I don't back down to nobody. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Lance Peter or whoever overseas. I don't care. I'm coming at you next. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do what I can do. The tone red. All them dudes are my dudes, but guess what? I'm still gonna play regardless. And that's another thing. You gotta have that mindset. Just keep on playing. You know what I mean? Even though you're talent, you're all.
Now, when the teams are decided to pick, now they come as a group, correct? And do they go by the way the Little League does? They go by having bad guys, then medium guys, then great guys, or they're all good? How do you pick the teams, or do they come as a group?
The way they get the groups, I mean, there's a lot of teams that stacked, and definitely I think they're definitely all good. I mean, you might have some, some mediocre, but I know two teams on top of my head. I don't really think they have any mediocre team like players on their team. So, but there is another team that has a lot of mediocre. You know what I mean? But like I said, I like the league for sure. I just think they got to promote it more, and I will be interested to do that for next year. I will go around Pittsburgh and talk about what we need to do, even for young kids. We can get some people in here going to college, whatever. But definitely it's a good league.
Do you see the league growing in a couple of years, let's say in about 5 years more? Do you see that league expanding more and more?
I think yes, but the thing is we got to promote it more. You know what I mean? We got to promote it more. We got to talk about it. We got to, everybody don't have Twitter, so it's so hard. I mean, I don't understand, people don't have Twitter. You should have it. And social media. Very, I said, and all that stuff. And Facebook. I think of people put flyers on, try out, all that fun stuff. If you have young people like me and my brother, we can promote this league and get this league, maybe indoors, maybe a real, actual, hey, this is what we're going to do, get this league. If we have 8 or 10 teams, then we play in the summertime, or we play in the fall, whatever. We can be indoor. And I think that's definitely key to get this league up and going.
From what I understand, not only does the league have the oldest player, but they also have the youngest.
Who's
Supposedly, they have a 13-year-old kid who just made his debut recently. Have you seen this kid on the court? And if so, what kind of future do you think he has?
And who's the oldest?
I think he has a great future. He's a young stallion. You learn from the best. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Look at that. Jaime learned from me.
Oh, brother.
No, joking.
Man.
You always got to have mentors,
You got to. But yeah, man, like I said, that's the thing. 13-year-old kid got what? He got a dub yesterday, right?
Got a dub.
He got that dub.
The Tropics.
Let's get it.
We got them live. We do got them live.
All right.
Nice.
Good. And now, who's the oldest player on the team? Lamont Mondane.
Jose Blanco.
Remember that one?
I remember that game. Lamont Mundane.
He's catching me, though. He's catching me. Big 3-4 today.
I'm 34.
34, and you inverse that, you got his vertical. A 43-inch jump shooter.
Oh,
Man,
dang.
baby.
And that's the guy I'm gonna play.
I put on my social media. Everybody's like, "Well, you got a 43-inch vertical. Can you dunk?"
No, I used to be able to dunk, but I mean, if you dunk on me, you're gonna have a broken leg because I'm coming at you. I'm sorry, I'm like a brick wall.
Hector Dunkin' Donuts doesn't help.
I'm like a brick wall. I don't move.
Hector.
I'm like the thing. I don't move, baby. I just stand like a rock.
Hector,
I tell you-
donuts and cookies don't count.
Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. I was playing basketball. It was shirts, and it was an actual league, and it was skins versus shirts, and I was shirtless. Can you believe that this guy actually put his foot on my chest, put his other foot on my shoulder, tried to dunk on me, and there was no foul?
Yeah,
This league
Why didn't you foul him, Hector?
I just stood there like a rock. I didn't move. And the guy was like jumping all over me. I'm waiting for the referee to go. And I said to myself, I forgot, no blood, no foul. So I'm glad your league is not like that there's no blood, no foul.
Jose Blanco had 3 uncalled flagrants this weekend and got away with all 3 of them.
Oh, dear God.
They've been flagrant too.
There are referees in this game, right?
3 of them, patch officials.
Wow.
Now, let me ask you, do you see any NBA scouts there? Do they come and watch any of the games?
But Fidel Sarastro's there from the Cuban Jazz, traveling All-Stars and Motor Kings. We did have a scout or 2 looking for Sheldon Jeter, who was missing in action. Tony, is he overseas? Can you confirm that?
I think he is overseas. I don't know. Last time I saw him, he was on the sideline, man. So I'm thinking he's overseas. I can check my social media and see, if he's overseas. But he didn't play 1 game this year, right?
Not this year. He was an All-Star perennial last year for the Jaime Hixson's favorite, Coney Island Bombardiers.
Yep.
And he is yet to show at the ballpark this year.
Do you see your league expanding, to state, like New York, Staten Island? Do you see that happening if it gets any bigger? Or do you just see it in there, in your Philadelphia? I mean, in Pittsburgh,
PA.
Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh, if you will.
Pittsburgh,
but
I
I do
apologize.
like the suggestions, the feedback, and whatnot. Tony Houghton says the same thing as Big Al, my dad says, take it indoors. Take it indoors where people could come enjoy the air conditioning instead of seeing the blacktop reflection of a 140-degree heat index. But we kind of strive on our facility. State-of-the-art glass backboards, breakaway rims, blacktop. The nostalgia.
Do you play like Rucker Park ball, or is it real NBA ball?
Tony?
With the NBA basketball.
Okay.
Play with the ABA. Red, white, and blue, man.
Yeah. Okay, I hear you, brother. I hear you. I love the NBA. Poor Nets. Damn, Dr. J. They traded him away like a damn fool. But no, because do you have people from Rucker Park play in that league too, or different leagues that come into your league?
Being the travel distance, we have yet to have a Rucker Park, ball player come west, so to speak, to the Rucker Park of the West, the concrete jungle. We welcome them. I've been trying to get Mr. Chibbs, Kenny Anderson, to come throw that lefty. He could put one in the air and put a jump shot off the glass and come on down and see what we got. But we welcome any and all athletes to the concrete jungle, 901 Penn Avenue, New Brighton, Pennsylvania, the center of the universe.
Invites have been sent out as far north as Erie, PA, to our buddy up in Erie, Mr. Corey Coleman. We're waiting to get a response to see if he's got a team coming down. But we are very excited for the opportunity for the Erie Condors to come down into the league. And we're, like he said, we're welcoming to any team outside of Pennsylvania.
No.
We even ventured out, Hector.
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
We even ventured out to outer space. The Lovetron Straight Perm 2019 expansion draft. If you got a little curly wave in them grays up there, straighten it out and come be the general manager of the Lovetron Straight Perm.
You know,
In honor of.
that-
Rest
that-
in peace.
that-
So great.
that
Chuck
is
Thunder.
that's the perfect name for me, the Love Train. The Love Train. because
Actually, it's
all-
Lovetron, as in Planet Lovetron.
Lovetron, even better, because as long as the women are there, and they could, well, I don't want to say that, because it's your birthday, you know what you're going to get.
Let me ask you, I
Yes,
have
sir.
one question only for Hector Bosa.
Yes, sir. Hit it.
Do you enjoy prison wine?
Do I enjoy
'Cause as you
prison
can hear,
wine?
It's getting poured by the bushloads.
You know, because when it comes out of the toilet and they do it right and you hide it under there, prison wine is actually pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But
It's the Glid's birthday. It's Tony Hawk's birthday. We celebrate.
that's right, baby. That's right, and that's it. Here, I'll
Let's
even,
get
I'll even
tropical
drink. I'll even drink
prison
one for
wine.
you. Here, I'll even drink one for you right now.
Come on.
But I tell you something, your wife better take care of you tonight. After you finish with your boys, your wife should take care of you tonight and blow out that candle for you. But you know, and how old are you? 35?
Doses too?
How old are you? 35?
He's 34.
34? She better blow out 35.
She better blow 30. The 3-5.
That's right, baby, because
Oh,
you better
boy.
explode. But anyway, like a rocket ship. Anyway, but Jaime, I know you have a lot of other questions, so talk.
Yeah,
talk,
I'm
talk.
curious to know more about this draft system. How many rounds is your draft?
Draft? Good. The draft, this is Mr. Alecksen here. The draft, we have yet to hit the draft. Right now, it's pretty much get your own franchise, recruit at will. There's been a lot of talk, a lot of speculation of, hey, let's sit them down, let's have a draft next year. But right now, it's kind of your community. You know, you got your guys from a certain select hood or neighborhood, and they come together and they play. Joe, a.k.a. Jose Blanco, got the San Jose Tropics. He got Tony the Glide Houghton, and he got the guys up his way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
How is the
So
community?
we have yet to have a draft.
How is the community helping you, if any?
Sure.
What's the question?
How is the community helping you, if any?
The community loves Tony Houghton. They come, they got the Glide moon boots on, and they come. We had kids' night the other night. The kids volunteered to serve hot dogs to the civilians while the others worked on the score clock and hung Tony Houghton, what do you call them, large spaces all over the building. So we was promoting Tony Houghton on his birthday week, but the community itself, we're still trying to get them fully involved.
You know, I got a suggestion for you. One day you should have me and Jaime call a game for you.
That would be wonderful.
You should have us
Oh, we
call a
love
game
it.
for you, you know? And then after that, at halftime, we should play one of you guys. And I feel bad for you guys, whoever plays me and Jaime.
Oh, brother.
I feel bad.
You just
do you
don't
like
stop, do
money?
you, Hector?
I don't know how comedic it's going to be, or I don't know how good it's going to be. Now, if we play against the women, I know what I'm going to do. All hands on deck, baby.
Yeah, and I know what the women are going to do. They're
Now-
going to point at you and laugh in your face.
You wish.
Hey, Hector, they won't be laughing if you hit the redemption of the Moonshot. We evolved Jackie Moon's Moonshot this week.
Oh, wow.
And for $10, you have a chance to win $1,000 cash.
Oh, hell. That's all? A moonshot?
That's all.
All I
$10.
need, listen, just give me some moonshine, and I'll do it.
If you hit 8 in a row, you win $8,000 cash, Hector.
Then you're going to have to give me a lot of moonshine.
We got prison wine down here.
Okay, prison wine is good. I like that.
Prison wine.
That's right, as long as it's done right, because sometimes you do it wrong in prison, boy, I tell you.
Wow.
I don't know how you get it, but you better sell a lot of smokes for that. But I tell you that damn for sure. But James, you got anything to say?
I do. This I hate you.
What am I saying? I'm just laughing. Go ahead.
Something stupid like always.
Thank you. Unlike you.
No, unlike you.
Yes, I enjoy you too.
What is your greatest hope with the league?
Greatest hope. The greatest hope with the league?
Yes.
This year or long term?
Long term.
Honestly, to have you two come down, maybe one or two Rucker Park stars, and really explode. I want 20,000 dudes dripping off of the middle school parking lot overlooking while Tony the Glide plays Tone Reddick and his Cuban Jazz, undefeated by the way, 4-0 as they shoot for perfection. Mercury Moore style. 16 bottles of champagne on ice, waiting for that Game 2 sweep in the Buford Brooms section to come alive this July 1st. That's what my dream is, baby.
I hear you.
You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of those famous managers from back in the day. Some of the heel or face managers.
You mean from the roller plays?
From either roller plays or maybe even from WWE.
Let me ask you something. You see this league expanding for a couple of years.
Tony Hawk in the mouth of the South is saying that the Tropics Weekly live here on the debut that the San Jose Tropics got something for undefeated, the legacy, the Cuban Jazz.
Be undefeated. You could be undefeated regular season, but wait until that comes to the playoffs. We'll see.
Yeah.
You know, if we had a rap battle, I don't know who would win.
They would.
Because I tell you the truth, I throw down with the dozens as good as anybody else. If you give me some wine.
And two.
But if you give me some wine and a dime, we're all ahead. But here's the thing.
That's sweet.
You know, so do you have you have a girls' league and a men's league, correct?
No, just a game. I'm going to pass you off to Jose Blanco, the Director of Fan Relations and VP of the ABA. He's in charge of All-Star Friday Night coming June 29th.
Oh, okay.
We would love that.
Yeah, go
What
ahead.
we have on Friday night, we have starting off with your future stars, which are our junior high stars, up and coming, ready for the ABA, ready for any level, college, maybe even beyond. And then following the Rising Stars game, we have the women's ABA game, which we have flirted with the idea of introducing the first women's ABA basketball league. However, we're just doing one game on that night. It's a special night. Following the women's game, we go right into our three-point champion contest to find out who is the wettest ABA contestant that we have. And then after that, we go right into our Matt McKenna was the reigning champ. I got to give him a shout-out. Followed by Chucky, the Super Glide, Helicopter Man, free. And what he's referring to there is the ABA dunk contest, which is exciting for everybody.
Now,
So that's our All-Star Friday night in a nutshell. Oh, wait, I did forget. All-Star game. That's it. Followed by the All-Star game selected upon by the coaches of the ABA. And that's a great night. We get to, that's probably when we get the most from the community to come down and support the ABA.
Now, there is something that was kind of funny. What has been the best dunk so far that you've seen in the dunk contest? Because I'll tell you, the one that I seen was a guy jumping over a cop car. An actual cop car. He actually jumped over. I mean, the car was sideways, but he actually jumped over and dunked the damn ball. Have you seen
You're talking
something?
street ball.
Yeah, no, well, Yeah, he dunked the ball. Yeah, it was an actual in the league. It was an actual league, but I seen him actually dunk over the cop car. So have you had things like that? What's the best dunk you've seen so far?
So far in our league, I mean, Dr. Dingo, the human boot stretcher, Jason Arrington, kind of set the pace for what a good dunk is, what a good dunk isn't. But we got some young guys on the rise. Josh Creech, I seen him working on the J.R. Ryder through the legs. But something he was trying to do a 720 reverse windmill through the legs. It didn't go in, but the elevation was there. So, you know, you get a little bit of anticipation from the crowd and a couple Reebok pumps on the left or right foot. And Josh Creech could be somebody who gets it. Other than that, you got to look for Kenny Cotman, who damaged his inner. I was going to have a wisecrack there about a female part, but no, it was his knee that he did damage.
Oh, let me do the female jokes. I like them.
Oh,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, I know you would, Hector.
That's damn right, because I am the man with the plan.
Oh,
That's right.
One of the best dunks of all time was when they blew out the cupcake in the NBA. I like that. And the commissioner, Luke, is beeping in right now. The Los Angeles Lions are in jeopardy of filing bankruptcy. Hector, we don't have time for this call. We're going to stay live on with Jaime Hixson in the bleachers. As Commissioner Luke probably pukes his guts out worrying about Chapter 7 to hit L.A.
Geez.
Will it be by sundown or sun up? They're folding, my friend.
I tell you, that's like Isaiah Thomas running the ABA.
Oh, brother. Or the Knicks.
What
Or
about
the Toronto
Dick
Raptors.
Pepperfield?
You know,
the
because
Pacers.
Jaime doesn't like Isaiah Thomas because he ran down the ABA and so forth. But let me ask you something. What professional team do you like, and do you see them growing as well? Now that we're talking about basketball.
What professional team do I like?
Yes.
I think LeBron's going to the Sixers. I know you were talking about free agency. Philly's hot right now with Villanova and the Eagles. Unfortunately, I'm not a Philly fan, but I can see LeBron in the red, white, and blue, personally.
Yes, and the Laker fan. Is LeVar Ball's brother going to be in the Lakers uniform?
Not if they get Kawhi. I mean, if they get Leonard, he's gone. That's probably going to be part of the trade. I'm thinking if they could free up room for LeBron, then you got another super team in the West. But I think LeBron's staying in the East myself.
It would be smarter to stay in the East because the East is easier than the West. The West has too many great teams. The East would be better. Even if they played with the Knicks, it would be better for them to play in the East Division than the Western Division because the Western Division got too many damn good players, and it's a badass league. Really
But we
badass.
got to be real honest. There ain't nobody outside of Houston and Golden State that I'm too worried about in the West. LeBron would, obviously, I think, get to the conference final no matter which side he's on, which side of the country he's on. I just think he's going to stay with the East. Easier, it is an easier path. So I do agree with that.
Imagine if LeBron actually went to the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, that's
With
another
KD,
rumor. Him and Kevin Durant together.
Kevin Durant, Love, dear God, now you want to talk about a
I
super
tell
team?
you what, Hector, that'd be not far off from Jose Blanco going to the Cuban Jazz.
Here's another rumor. LeBron and Kevin Durant working together on the Lakers.
Like I said, I think he would be smart to stay in the Eastern Division because the Eastern Division is easier to get in the playoffs than it is than the Western Division. The Western Division has too many.
It's never
hard teams.
easy to make the playoffs in either conference, the East or the West.
No, but the East is easier. The East is easier. The East doesn't have that many top team players, if you notice, because if you can name the Eastern Division teams, that the top 4 teams,
From this past season?
From this. The Celtics.
The Celtics.
The Sixers.
The Sixers. The Cavaliers.
And that's
Pacers.
my fault. Always professional here. The Sixers, and that's it.
And also the Raptors.
And the Raptors.
Although the Raptors were a bit of a sham in the playoffs.
But look at that. That's 4 teams, and it's 8 that goes in there. So you have 4 other teams that's up in the air. So believe it or not, you're better off in the Eastern Division and get yourself in.
Jamie, I know you're. Excuse me for a moment.
Go ahead.
I know your favorite player is Pat Ewing. Hector
Yes,
Bosa,
it is.
who is your favorite player?
My favorite player when I'm in bed is me. But when it comes to basketball, there's a lot of them. It all depends what era. Clyde Frazier, Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley, Mace. You know,
because if you're coming to judge the dunk contest, I want to have a partner on your right wing. I need a wingman for you, and I want to bring your favorite player to the concrete jungle to judge with you. That's why I asked.
Oh, okay. You know, hell, bring anybody. I get along with anybody. You know, now I'll
Vita
judge.
Guerrero?
Huh?
Vita Guerrero?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, bring him on. That's fine by me.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, Stone Clyde Houghton is a Steph Curry fan right here.
Oh, that's good, man. I'm telling you. Do you think Trae Young is actually going to be good as Steph Curry?
I don't know. I don't think he'll be good as Steph Curry, but I think he. Man, I like him definitely. He's just short as all heck, man. He really is. He's real short. I mean, but I think he's gonna be a good shooter in the league for sure, man. You know what I mean? But he definitely has Curry like, you know what I mean, handle and he can shoot. But his at college, second half of the season, he shot terrible. But he'll be all right. I like his game.
To add more to the NBA portion of the draft, who would you say is the best player that should be picked number 1?
Pick number 1 come out the draft?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Duke fan, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Marvin Bagley. I like him. I think he's got a complete game and everything else. I think he's an impact player like KG like. I mean, long arms, lefty, shoot in mid range, don't go into his motor is unreal. I'm like Bagley. I mean, everybody says Duke from Arizona, but I like Bagley. That's me though.
I've also heard the name Wendell Carter III, who's Bagley's sidekick on the Blue Devils.
Like, yeah, Marco. They got a lot of people coming out, man. So it's an exciting draft for real. I can't wait to see who comes first, second, third.
Even that European kid.
Luka Doncic, yeah.
Even Porter Jr., they're actually putting him high, even though with his bad back or knee, whatever he had. He's Michael Porter Jr.
What's the dude from Michigan State? He's dope too. He's lefty. He's good. He's good too. He's all American.
Now, let me ask you something. Some of these guys that don't make it in the NBA and they go back to college, do some of these guys play for your league as well? Do they know about your league as well around your neighborhood?
I mean, primarily, Pierre Jackson's reached out to us, but this mostly comes down to travel time. You know, coming from Las Vegas to New Brighton is for once a week games, sometimes twice a week. That doesn't always work so well. We also had Isaiah Austin, but we was concerned medically. I mean, it's a safety-first league. Ron Rowan's son, Maverick Rowan, we wish them the well. We try to launch their careers into the NBA where the lucrative paychecks come. Right now, primarily, the guys playing in our league are playing for the pride and the love of the game. Right. The money is we ain't been able to tickle their wallets what we want to do, you know. But in time, Hector,
yes,
in time, baby.
Yeah, do you stream your games?
Yeah, we do occasionally. More so with the fans. Right now, we had a game or two go live. We had a couple contracts with Joe Sabella Sports Shots. We're mainly pictures. We haven't gone live yet. We've been working with Rhino Productions to try to get some live streaming. I believe that would be good to get our fan base a little larger. Like Tony Houghton said, we got to reach out. We got to expand the game. We also need help from a number of people. You know, there's strength in numbers, and that's what we look for. We have our first intern, Robert Morris, Sports Management Commissioner. He's a junior up at Robert Morris, and he is our commissioner internship. So we are breaking down walls, and maybe in time we'll have what we need.
And we may elect Tony the Glide Houghton as our #1 promoter.
Woo!
Okay, Ric Flair, baby. That's right. Now, if I was part of this organization, let me ask you something. If I was part of this organization,
You know what I mean? I know.
where would I go? What would I do?
If you were part of this,
Yes.
Hector,
Would I coach? Would I be a promoter? What would I do?
Hector, I think we need you on the sidelines, either as a color commentator or a sideline reporter. You know, whatever you prefer. We want you to be comfortable on the sidelines. I think the game needs to hear more of you than just from one franchise. We need you part of the organization.
I like the way you say me and not Jamie. But, you know, Jamie, I have to have Jamie. I have to have Jamie. I have to have Jamie.
The host of Tropics Weekly, Jamie, there's just no trill in Jamie Hixson. Like, there's a Hector.
That's right. I'm like the Thrill in Manila, baby. You can't go wrong with me. You can't go wrong with me. You can't go wrong
it is what it is, you know.
That's it. But, you know, go ahead, Jamie. Knock it out.
Jamie Hixson's a Tropics fan. I can tell
I'm a big Tropics fan.
I watch his broadcast. I love them.
Well, I'll tell you
Thank
something.
you.
By coming on these shows, hopefully we're doing our part to help you guys out. Because that's what we're supposed to do. We help each other out, you know?
We've seen your views launch from like 9 to close to 450 after our inaugural debut with the ABA. And we want to see quadruple digits. We want Hakeem Olajuwon numbers.
Well, I'll tell you something. If you guys are ever in the neighborhood, you can come on my show too.
We need to go to Pennsylvania.
You know, you can come on my show.
I think that's what needs to happen.
And and we'll go to Pennsylvania and we'll do a game for you. You know, no
we
problem.
would be honored to call a game
Yeah, we'll
for
do
you.
it as long as we know what we're doing, and we'll do it.
I'll take care of you. Trust me. You come down, you call a game, I buy you a Marvel's chicken salad, one of the best in the area.
Okay.
Nice.
So one other thing, though. It has to come with one thing.
What is that, Hector?
It's got to come with a chick.
Yeah. We'll give you a lifetime supply of stiletto.
And I don't mean
stiletto,
chicken. I mean a female.
lingerie passes.
I mean a female, you know, like Nicki Minaj and so
You're
forth.
on your own. We'll send you in the right direction. You gotta land the plane, baby.
Oh, hell no. I need a wingman.
Send you to the runway.
Well,
you know.
unfortunately, we've run out of time.
Say the email one more time.
At ABA Hoops on Twitter or Tony Houghton. Tell them all your places.
There you go. Scott, Tony, thank you so
Very
much.
Thank you.
I hope you had fun.
Thank you, guys. It's truly a pleasure. Tropics Weekly. Signing off.
Yes, sir. And we'll definitely be in touch with them all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
ladies
guys.
and gentlemen. My name's Hector Bosa.
And my name is Jaime Hixson. Thank you so much for watching tonight's show. For Scott and Tony and everybody at the ABA, for Kenny on the other side of the glass, and for Hector, I'm Jamie.
All right, and don't forget.
Enjoy the draft, everyone, and enjoy your basketball. Good night.
And enjoy your birthday.
Well, it's great.